hedgehogs, it's only me. How is everybody? Are you all right? Good news. I thought you might like to share this story with me today. It's called Mad About Minibeasts. At the bottom of your garden, you might just hear a sound, a chirrup from the treetops or a scuttle on the ground. If you step a little closer, maybe you can see a ladybird, a dragonfly, a beetle or a bee. The sun is in the sky and it's a lovely summer's day. The Minibeasts have seen you and they want to come and play. Can you guess from the clues which Minibeast this is? We're famous for slithering slowly, but wouldn't you also be slow if you had to carry your house on your back wherever you wanted to go? Do you know a Minibeast that carries a little shell on his back? It's the snail. He lives in there. What about this one? We're sticky and we're slimy and we haven't any bones, so we hang out under flower pots and shelter under stones. They're normally black. Do you know this one? A slug. What about this? I wiggle and wriggle down into my hole, and then when I want something scrummy, I munch a few mouthfuls of marvellous mud. Do try some. It's really quite yummy. Do you fancy trying some mud for your tea? Me neither. Which creature is it? A worm. What about this? I love to wake up in the morning when my web is all covered with dew. It's such a fine sight when it glitters so bright. Do you think that it's beautiful too? What do you think that might be? I think web is a very big clue. Who lives in a web? You're right, it's a spider. There he is, in his beautiful sparkling web. I think we've seen some of those on the fence near the pod when it's a cold, cold morning. Do you know how many legs a spider's got? Is it 2, 4, 6, 8? You're right, it's 8. What about this one? My eyes are big and orange, and my body's black and fuzzy, and I fly around your house all day, just being very buzzy. There he is. It's a fly. We've got these 2 feelers on top of our heads which wiggle and help us to see, and we scuttle around without making a sound. Can you scuttle as quickly as me? Do you know what this one might be? Begins with B. A beetle. There he is. Listen to the clues. I like to feed on tasty plants and trees that have gone rotten. But the weirdest thing about me is these pincers on my bottom. Do you know what it is? It's an earwig. Can you see the pincers? Oh, watch out. Snip, snip. I'd rather not be eaten, so I've got this brilliant trick. I cling to leaves and branches and pretend that I'm a stick. You might have to look carefully at this picture. This creature is good at camouflage. Can you see him? He's there. Looks just like a stick, doesn't he? We like to work as an army, which means that we do things together. Just watch how we carry these leaves to our nest. You must admit that's pretty clever. Do you know? Ants! There they are, carrying their leaves to their nest. They're very clever. I munch on the leaves in the garden, then slowly I spin my cocoon. But now I'm asleep, as I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly soon. Which mini beast is it, do you know? It's a caterpillar. There he is, munching on the leaves, building his cocoon, and then coming out of the cocoon. He's magically turned into a beautiful butterfly. What about this one? How many spots have I got? Look at my back and you'll see. I know that I've got, well, I've got quite a lot. Why don't you count them with me? This mini beast is red and it has black spots on his back. It's an easy one. It's a ladybird. There she is. Let's count the spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots on this ladybird. There's nothing more brilliant than being a bee, and you may think that it sounds a bit funny, but you'd shout hooray if you lived every day in a hive full of heavenly honey. Whoa, do you know? It's a bee, there's his hive, and there he is, buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. My wings are like shimmering rainbows. Ooh. And my body's a dazzling green. All of the animals here in this pond, surely I must be the queen. Who's the queen of the pond with shimmering rainbows for wings, do you know? It's a beautiful dragonfly. There she is. We do enjoy jumping as our legs are incredibly strong, and when we're not jumping we rub them together to make the most beautiful song. Don't know if you've ever heard this sound before. It's a grasshopper. It makes a lovely chirruping sound. Sometimes you can hear it in the evening when it's really, really calm and still and quiet. Did you like those mini beasts? What a lot there are. Flying, crawling, slithering and jumping oh so far. Some live by the water and some live in the air. Some like living underground and finding food down there. But now let's leave the garden. We can come another time. Which beast is your favourite one? I bet you can't guess mine. Do you think I like the best, do you know? It's a ladybird. That's my favourite. I love the spots. I love counting them. I love watching them fly when their little wings come out from underneath their little protected shell. I hope you like this story. Take care, everybody. I miss you loads and I'll see you very soon. Look after yourselves.